Hello, my lovelies. How are you today? How is everyone doing? And, you know, we've got Louisiana and Mississippi that is bracing for the storm. So we have to put our warm wishes that all those in the path of the storm will be safe. Let's start there. That it pass over them, that there be no harm to any individuals under the eye of the storm. May the storm have mercy. Let's start there. I'm not sure if I want to look at the comments anymore, so I'm just trying to figure that out. I think leading up to the election, maybe I just don't need any comments. But I do want to say good morning and thank you for being with me. I really appreciate you guys. Um, so we put out our prayer for those in the eye of the storm. As far as I know, it's Louisiana for the fifth time and Mississippi. Um, so my prayer is that a category 4 will go down to a category 1. Okay. Hi, Adore Me. How are you? Good morning, YouTube. The other thing I'd like to bring up is I got my ballot. Now, California is one of the more easier states to vote. I don't know about you southern states or you Midwestern states. I don't know how Michigan's going to do. Since Michigan thought it was okay to have a bunch of bubbly idiots try to execute their governor, I pray, Michigan, that you all fight for the greater good. That it is so much more about having a healthy country, all right? And that annihilating any one person to demand that you put on masks or shut down your state is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And it has to stop. And if it doesn't stop with the bubbling men out there, women, make it stop. Okay? And with that, we can only make it stop if we vote. All right? So I got mine. But California, we're really easy. We're blue no matter what. We vote in blue. But it's still so nice to honor the voting system because my people are one of the people that had to fight. And then women had to fight. So imagine the ancestors that are coming through for me. I'm a woman and I'm of color, and the right to vote was just not there. All right. And then I heard in a meeting the other day in certain states, I think he said you had to know some part of the Constitution before you could vote. Like they just made it really difficult for Black Americans to vote, right? And guess what? We overcame that. Imagine the things that others went through, which you have no history of because nobody talks about it. But it was talked about in one of my Zoom meetings. And it was like amazing to hear what they had to go through in the time frame. I don't know if it was the 60s or what, like when, I can't, he didn't quite say, but he was there. All right. And we overcame that. So if we overcame that, guess what? We can overcome all the racial disparities that we're going through right now. But you have to speak. You have to have a voice. And the best way to have a voice is to vote. You vote now, and then you vote in 2 years. Okay? I'll be on you. You vote now, and then you vote in 2 years. Because it's in 2 years where we get to turn over Congress again. The last time there was a presidential vote, in 2 years they voted and the Senate went red. We want to make the Senate blue this time, and we want to make the Senate blue in 2 years. So I'll be back. Don't worry, I'll be back in 2 years. Talk about vote, vote, vote. Register to vote, 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 vote. But for right now, since the presidential election is the one election that everyone knows about, please let's vote. All right? I give this respect. Normally I would throw things, right? But no, no, no. We're going to respect my right to vote. My people fought so that I would not have a problem to vote in California. All right. So we have da, 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 your Chango oils and herbs. All right. And this is the way it comes for right now. All right. And this is the herbs. It will last you forever. I promise you. Okay. And it's only $10. Okay. And this is the oil. Look how pretty that. Oh, look how pretty that is. Look at that. How pretty is that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So the Chango oil and herb is for lighting candles to protect the protesters. Remember, that is our job right now. We are all, everything I see on Instagram, we are all calling on our ancestors. And you and I both know ancestors brought that fly to Biden's head and said, we're going to sit here a minute. Ancestors did that. The Orishas did that. God did that. Jesus, Jesus did that. Do you understand that? So, with that being said, those that can't physically protest, spiritually protest. All right? So, get your Chango herb, get your Chango oil. And let me tell you something. When I tell you my foot went in this is the fiery wall of protection. When I tell you my foot went in this, you know somebody that cooks good? And let me tell you something. You know who makes an amazing mac and cheese? Off topic? Me. No, I didn't say you. Don't try to listen, you want to have a cook off? When this COVID is over, you want to have a cook off? I make the best mac and cheese. You know who else made the best mac and cheese before me? Your grandmother, but she's dead. That left me. Oh, yes. I already know. Nobody makes mac and cheese like me. I digress. Well, let me tell you something. If I can make the best mac and cheese, what do you think went in here? My foot. The foots. Order your Chango, oil, and herb. And anybody that ordered yesterday, they will be going out today. And I want to thank everyone for finding your way to participate. All right? How cute is this bag? How cute is this? And thank you all. Listen, Sunblaze, don't start asking me about my cooking details. I'm talking about Chango, herb, and oil, and we will stay focused. The minute I start giving out my secret, you're going to copy me. However, I will give out my secret. I will give out my secret on a foodies edition. Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Where's my remote control? Where's my remote control? Oh, there it is. I will give out my secret. Can you guys hear me? On my foodies edition. I'm not trying to keep my where's Carmela? I'm not here. It's better. I'm not trying to keep my recipes a secret. That's what your grandmama did, and then he died. And it's like, well, she did. There's something special she put in it. No, I'm not going to be like your grandmama. I'm going to tell you my secret, but it's going to be on a foodie edition, not just randomly give you my recipe. Hold on a second. And just so you guys, I am dead serious with what I say I'm going to do. All right. This is my Kamala protection candle. All right. And this is my Gretchen protection candle. Can you guys see that? All right. And although Chango is an Orisha that is from the African culture, and he's a fighter, okay? And he stands for righteousness and justice, right? You can also choose Archangel Michael, who defeats the devil. All right. So Kamala got a blank one so I can call on God and Chango. And Governor Gretchen got God and Archangel Michael. So presidential VP nominee Kamala got what I wanted her to get. All right. And this is, did you guys mistake what I was trying to say? This is very, very powerful. It's called the Fiery Protection. And I love the way I even wrap it. I don't cheat, you guys. I don't cheat anybody. I like beauty because I have a Libra rising. So at Libra rising, like beautiful things mean a lot to us. So is that not pretty? Do you like that? Can you guys see that? How pretty is that? Can you guys see it? How pretty. Fiery wall of protection, Chango herb and Chango oil, and it will last you a very, very long time. I promise you. So for $10, it is a really good deal, and you should get it now before I change my mind and up the prices. Oh yes, oh yes, I will. I also have Oshun for love. Okay, good. I also have. I'm sorry, I had to smell because it's so palpable that I try to make sure it doesn't get on my hands. Also, it comes with a little spigot so that you don't have to get your hands dirty. I don't believe in getting your hands dirty. The candles you can buy at the dollar store. Don't drive yourself crazy. Just get a candle at the dollar store. Don't drive yourself crazy. The last thing you want is for me to ship a candle and it breaks when you can just literally buy any type of candle anywhere you want, any size you want. It does not have to be this. Okay, now you guys are going to make me. These are all the different sizes. Do not drive yourself crazy. Let me just push this door back or my door breaks, so I always have to have maintenance come put it back on for me. But I think they get sick of me because I asked them to put my door sure this helps. Can you guys hear me? Yes? No? Hear me? You're muted and black screen. What? Oh, Jones, you can hear me now? Yes. Can you see me? Can you guys see me? Okay, I trust Machina. Machina says she can see and hear. Gio, you can't see me? Everybody else can. All right. Yes, thank you. Did you hear me talk about the candles? Get any kind of candle, red or white. These are just different colors I have for different reasons. I constantly just collect candles for no apparent reason. This is a St. Jude candle. It actually is white, but St. Jude is the color green. But it doesn't matter. White is preferred. So this would be perfect. Get this, get this, get this. I don't care what size. Remember, the other thing that I told you all is that if you want to hide it from someone, right? If you want to hide it from someone, you just put it, I would get up and put this back where it belongs, but I can't afford to have you guys constantly not hear me. You can just do a little birthday candle on a cupcake. I'll buy a cupcake tomorrow and I'll show you guys how to do it. You don't need a lot of energy to pray. You just need to pray. It's two different things. And with all that being said, collective prayer is the most important thing. So the next big event collectively will be on the full moon on October 31st. That will be the next big event. The veil is very thin and your ancestors will be here. It is the perfect time to talk to your ancestors. Sit quietly and, ask them, how am I doing? Ask them for help. They've been up there long enough to come down and provide some magical, essence for you guys. A lot of times they want to help, but a lot of times you all don't ask for help the right way. And so they're not allowed to work for you unless you wake up and recognize how to ask for help. Maybe we'll do a class on that. How about that before the full moon? Also, you guys know what I love the best, my dear God Journal. God bless you. God bless you. It's been a work in progress. My son created this for me. I'm so proud that he would even take the time out to care enough to give me this, something that is so beautiful. I am copying the Mexican religion because Muertes de Dia de los Muertos edition is, if you watch the movie Coco, they have a very specific way of honoring their ancestors. They put their ancestors on an altar, and they have a whole big celebration. So please go to my website, tracybrownlive.com. Text or email me for your own personal reading. That's the first thing. If you need a reading, text or email me. Beyond that, order your Chango and your Dear God journals. And thank you, guys. Thank you so much for letting me do this. All right, let's get this party started quickly. The 25th Amendment. Did anyone think that we could get to this place? Did anyone think we could get to the place of the 25th Amendment? The reason why we are here is because we have a president that is despicable and ornery and ugly and disgusting in his language and his care. That's very one-sided, that if you're not for him, he just literally just kind of comes out and says how much he hates you, literally. Um, and it can never happen again. Whatever we have in the presidency right now can never happen again, ever. And so there are going to be some major changes on how the president from this point on will run this country for a lifetime. Your The way a president runs a country will never be the same again, ever. We can never have one person with so much power. But with the, did I see that he would have mental issues? Can you please, Kandi, tell me which video, please? Also, whoever has given me um, insight, I owe somebody a reading on. Oh, I owe somebody a reading on the president getting the COVID. And I never text that to that person. So now I'm not sure who it is. But I have the record of the conversation. So if we text, you guys tend to text me all over the place, and that's where I get a little confused. And it's not your fault. So we even maybe had started out on Instagram and then ended up texting, I think. But I owe you a 15-minute reading. All right. And the same thing goes for you, Kandi. If you can give me the video at the very least, um, then I will honor a 15-minute reading. Okay? You nailed it. I know. I really nailed that one. That was a super nail it. I like to call them super predicted it. That one. If you look at that predicted it. All right. All right, guys. Don't forget your jerks wipes. It just dawned on me. Don't forget your jerks wipes. I can't get up because then I lose sound again. Guys, be prepared for the COVID coming again, especially in the East Coast and the Midwest. You guys are going to get affected first because you guys get colder first. Be prepared for the COVID because Clorox has no wipes, but Dirks has wipes. Dirks wipes. I think it's .com. DirksWipes.com. All right. And it is black owned. So that's amazing. All right. So it's not just about support, which of course I totally agree with, but it's also about knowing that Clorox has failed us. And the minute they failed us, Dirk's Wipes came out with their products. All right. And so let me tell you, they have lemon, orange, peppermint is my favorite, especially on cleaning Mondays. You clean Mondays with the peppermint. Um, Lemon, orange, peppermint, lavender, eucalyptus. Remember, eucalyptus is for uh, COVID, anyways, and tea tree oil. And tea tree oil is another thing that cuts the germs. All right. How do you spell that company? All right. Hold on a second, because I actually just want to get it right. So hold on. EERX. And they're called Dirk's Wipes. And I believe they are dirkswipes.com. Can you guys hear me? Just check it for myself. Why am I taking my glasses off? Dirkswipes.com. Very simple. Dirkswipes.com. But it's spelled DERX. Get your Dirks Wipes. And I'm a big fan of Dirks Wipes because with people that have children, I have my 6-year-old grandson coming over, and this just keeps us clean all day. And I'm telling you, wash those computers down, because them things get disgustingly. I can only tell you from experience, they get dirty. All right. Dirkswipes.com. Thank you, Miss Steph. Thank you, Nonchalant Dirks. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Everybody's doing it. Thank you. Thank you. Talk to each other. Get your Dirks. Girl, Diana, don't screw it up. Dirks. DERX, Diana. Don't screw it up. DE. Girl. Wipe your phones down. Yeah. DERX, Diana. She's screwing it up. You can't screw this up. Dirks, DERX. Thank you, Lovey. My God. Listen, go ahead and screw it up. It just means it's more for me. Go ahead, screw up. Then I get them all safe from the COVID. No, seriously, I want you guys to be safe from the COVID as well, okay? Oh, thank you, guys. Oh, you guys are so cute. They're cracking up over here. All right, guys, the 25th Amendment. Will it happen? Could it happen? More importantly, will it be used? That's the most important thing. Is it possible that it could be used? Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about the 25th Amendment. Will it be executed and used before January? God. Will it be used? Because, listen, you do understand this president still has the COVID. And he wants to have a rally in Florida. And Florida is where everybody goes to retire. You do realize that, right? That's where everybody goes to retire. He has not yet said that he has tested negative for the COVID. Yet. He has not said that. His physician has cleared him to be out of, I guess, quarantine. You're going to get fired soon, Sean Connolly. Watch. And I hope you're not on board of anything, because they will take away your board or your license. Believe you me. But he wants to go to Florida without showing that he has tested negative for the COVID. And it's mostly old people down there. Jersey is already worried about how much he has spread the virus when he came there Thursday after the debate. Jersey is petrified right now. And let me tell you something. Jersey did everything they can to reduce their COVID cases, and they did a great job. Chris Christie is still in the hospital. No one's heard of Chris Christie, right? Is he living? Does anybody even know where Chris Christie is? Is he breathing? Because I don't think he's getting the same special treatment as the president did at Walter Reed. So, he's alive. Okay, Christie's alive. We got that reported. We haven't heard from him. So I can only assume, by not hearing from him and his obesity issue, And the way he eats, you can tell he's a big carb eater. You could tell that he's not breathing. By the way, okay, I'm trying not to touch my hands. I wish. What's I wish? Oh, I wish. By the way, not only is your president still sick, he was on, I think, Sean Hannity or Fox or something like that, talking. And let me tell you, when he started to cough a couple of times, I was scared. I was very, very scared. This man is still sick. He is still sick. And I just can't with him. All right. The 25th Amendment, will it be executed? And when? A loving thought, serendipity. It will absolutely be. Hi, Black Daddy. What a cute name. That's a really cute name. Um, that's an adorable name, actually. I love that name. Um, it will be presented. That's the first thing. And it may be presented by both sides. All right. Unfortunately, Mitch McConnell has not been at the White House since August 6th because he already knew they were practicing unsafely at the White House. So he knew not to go to that White House. So if he knew not to go to the White House since August 6th, what part of some of the instructions that the president was handing out, everyone in the Senate knows this man has been unsafe, right? Sadness and ending a new beginning. Whew. I think, uh, you guys got to work with me because I feel things. I don't just give readings, I feel things. And so I believe your president will, there will be an implementation of the 25th Amendment upon him. Period. I think it has to be done to restore peace. I think that he is losing it now, but he definitely will be losing it um, even more so later. I think they will do it more importantly for the peace and safety of the American country. I think they have to do it. Look how similar these cards are. How similar is that? This one is thinking of you, and this one is peace. How similar, right? And the middle is also the same orange background, but this looks like angel wings to me, actually. It kind of has to be done, all right? But I do feel like it's going to be so sad for the president and his family. I think the saddest person that may participate in this could be his son, Donald Jr. I think we're going to see a public lashing out at his oldest son. I think his oldest son may be the one to insist upon it when it's really time. He's already said it when he was in the hospital and he just didn't want him to leave the hospital. And he's like, we need to do an intervention. And you could tell it was a son that was just fearful. I would have done that with my dad, right? I would have been like, no, no, you're not leaving the hospital. So I know Donald Jr. spoke out in a way where he was saying, Dad, I want you to live. So we need to do an intervention. I don't think the son had support. And I think that for, I think the son is going to be at the forefront of hatred from his dad. I said this before. I think all the world is watching America right now. I think the whole world is watching us. And they're waiting patiently to see how long we are willing to put up with this crazy. All right? This is not a third world country. This is not Brazil. This is not Russia. So, how are we constantly standing back and letting a madman rule? I think it's going to get done, guys. And I think it's going to be the happiest days of our lives. I think we are going to celebrate. I think we're going to Zoom celebrate. I think we're going to drink on Zoom. I think it has to be done. And I think it can only be done so that we can just move on to better, brighter days, leaving everything that he's ever done in the last 4 years behind us so that we can see a bright future. So Callie says, we're not cold-hearted people. We must have empathy for mental health cases. Only if you've been diagnosed with mental health issues. You have to be recognized as having mental health. That's the first thing. If you are not recognized as having a mental health issue, then you're just a madman leading the country. So I will have sympathy when somebody says he is crazy and this is his diagnosis. Until then, he's a madman and he's got to go. And spirit is like, he's going to go. He's leaving it, La. He's leaving. It's not going to be when you want it, guys. It's not going to be when you want it. Temperance is time and perfect execution. It will not be before the election. Unless he does something so crazy like picks up a gun. It will not be before the election. It could be 3 weeks after the election. It will be welcomed and supported. I get that both sides will surrender the need for this final disruption. Remember, in the other side of the view, most of us got the tower when we were talking about Trump's health, and none of us could understand it. We kept seeing the tower, the tower. I think the tower means his presidency ends badly. I get the Queen of Pentacles. There's two women at the forefront of executing this. All right. And I'm not looking at their signs. I'm looking at the people. Oh, to be honest with you, one could be African American and one could be white. Maybe that's what I'm looking at. This is an emotional person that cares about the country and the people. And this is a financial person that cares on how all of this is affecting our monies in the stock market. All right. But it could be three women. actually. I'm looking at it. 3 women. They have the power to do this. They will have the power to do this. They just will. We are going to be happy as all get out. The emperor has played his last move. By the time this happened, he has played his last move. He has one more chess piece to use, and it's going to be interesting to see if he uses it. But it will still be done. It will happen. They will execute the 25th Amendment on the president. It will happen. It will end very, very painfully. He will be screaming. He will be yelling. It is only at that point that you all will really see the madness inside of him, because it will be a physical event. It will be absolutely necessary. And ironically, it might be the only thing that gets the different races pulled back together. It kind of has to happen just to have a conjoined relationship again. Yeah. Bori, I think it absolutely means he will be dragged. You know what I'm actually getting, though? You know what I'm getting? I hate to say this, guys. I'm getting he could be locked in. I'm getting the COVID is removing all the staff anyway. I think at the last minute, he will be locked in. It's going to be that type of an event. What was that movie? Dog Day Afternoon. It'll be a Dog Day Afternoon. Do you guys remember that movie? I'm calling my age out now because I know most of you youngins don't know Dog Day. Go watch Dog Day Afternoon. It's going to be exactly like that. Did you guys ever watch that movie? Or it's going to be very Waco-ish. Remember Waco, Texas? That cult? Wolverine is so metaphysically responsible. Wolverine says, actually, to be fair, he signed a soul contract, which we all do, right? He signed a soul contract before he got here, although it did not include although it did include the chance for a better outcome. Still, he's here to fulfill a purpose. Unfortunately, it sucks to be him. Yeah. He will lock himself in the White House. Yes. So, you know, how many times have we heard, be careful of your words? Be careful of your words, Tracy. Be careful. It could come back to haunt you, right? You heard that from your mama. You heard that from your grandmama, right? All the times this man said, lock her up, lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. He was pointing the finger to self. Be careful of the words that you implement. It could come back on you tenfold. That's why I try to tell everyone, although it's hard, everybody's going through something. And when you've been compromised, sometimes you do wish bad on people, right? But we can't wish bad on people. We can't. But sometimes in a bad space, a bad moment in time, it could be a month, could be a year's worth of like anger on someone, right? And you just wish, damn it, they would just go away. Right? You got it, right? And you better be glad God did not grant your wish. Because every once in a while, the wish turns around. Because whoever you're wishing bad luck on, you have no idea who her angels and ancestors or Orishas are. Right? Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. That's how he got the presidency, right? Based upon that mantra, that saying, right? Michael Flynn was the first to go, right? He was another one that said it very loudly. Sometimes it comes back threefold. Sometimes it comes back ninefold. Sometimes it comes back tenfold. This is coming back tenfold. You know why? Because he had millions and millions of Americans wishing that on Hillary. He is going to get locked in his own hell in the White House. They are slowly going to tell people to work from home. And once it's a ghost town, they're going to tell the staff, do not come in. Remember that video we once did about the ghosts in the White House? Do you remember that? The previous ghosts? The ones that built that White House, built that brick and mortar. Some people died on that land some African Americans died on that land building that White House. Remember we did that video on the ghost at the White House? I didn't even want to do that video, right? But you guys were like, Tracy, what about the ghost at the White House? I was like, ah. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. He'll see ghosts. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He will see ghosts. The ghosts, the slaves who built that White House, they're going to enact some spiritual hell on this man. And it's easy, right? Because he's already crazy. It's easy for ghosts to get in. You're already crazy. The spirit of the ancestors are coming back to bite him. God. Find it, Amber. I did it. You know, it was so early on in the presidency. So I have to say, it was 4 years ago. No one remembers that video. I don't even remember the video, but I'm pretty sure I did it. The ghost at the White House. And I'm pretty sure I said, they're going to come for him. They're going to come for him. I'm not going to find it. I'm not going to find it on my phone. I actually have to go on desktop, but I'll see if I can find it. Ghosts. Tracy Brown. Live. Ghost of the President's Past. Here it is. Here it is. Will they run 45 out the building? I did it. See, I did it. Just look up Ghost and then Tracy Brown Live. Yeah, I did it. 2 years ago, I did it. And it got 77,000 views. I think this should be an encore. Do you guys want me to do it as an encore? I'll do it again. Do you want me to do it as an encore? Let me know. Lucky Isaiah, who cares? Who cares? We're in that right now, Lucky Isaiah. Who cares? We're there. Did you see what they tried to do to Governor Gretchen? They called it a civil war. Who cares? You still have to take some responsibility as a government body. You have a responsibility to the American people to not let a madman run the country. It does not matter if it causes civil war. That is a mute point. The most important thing that needs to come out of this is that never again can one person do this to our country. Encore, what's that? Listen, let's take some responsibility. Let's take some responsibility. I am all for whatever our government body feels is good for the American people. That's what I'm going to stand with today. And if they decide this needs to go by way of the 25th Amendment, okay, I got to listen to them. Because whatever 45 has been doing for the last 4 years hasn't been for me, hasn't been for people of color, hasn't been for people with disabilities, hasn't been for the military. Did you hear what he said about COVID in the military at the Gold Star dinner? Clearly, 5 people from the Rose Garden on the 26th got the COVID. Not one member the very next day on the 27th at the Gold Star dinner has gotten the COVID. That's God, by the way. Not one military member, but he blamed it on them. When I'm telling you, it was at the Rose Garden for Amy, and I don't care how you slice it, Amy and all her children need to be tested. I think that whole group brought it in. Encore, encore. That's what you guys are saying? Encore for the ghost video. Encore, encore, encore. Yes, we will encore the ghost video. Okay, let's time it, guys, right? Because I don't want to do it right after this, right? Oh, but I got to work. How about 6 o'clock my time, which is 9 o'clock your time, Eastern? 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock your time. How's that? Does that work? I gotta work till 6. I mean, I get off of work at 6. Does that work, guys? 9 o'clock your time. Get your popcorn. Get your wine ready. Let me see how long it is. It was so good. It's only 27 minutes. That's when I used to do short videos. That's before I was feeling myself. Now I feel myself and I keep you guys for 2 hours. This was when I was like, you know, not so egotistical. Are we good? 9 o'clock Eastern? Okay, got thumbs up, got thumbs up. Still get your popcorn or eat dinner or get a glass of wine. I might have wine tonight. I only have wine on the weekends, but as of lately, Ezra comes over on the weekends and I can't have a wine around a 6-year-old. You just can't show children that. So lately, so yeah, so I'll have wine tonight because I can't have it when Ezra comes over because he comes over and he ruins my lifestyle basically. That's what he does when he comes over. All right, which cards am I using? Okay. All right, we're gonna end this. Just see. Justice. That's the government, right? Um, this is him. Like, if you look at her, she's got like this bag and she's passionate about like wanting to stay, but now the passion is going because that's the wind blowing the passion away. Can you guys see that card pretty good? Right? Even the birds are like, we're just going to take you out of this mess, right? Can you guys see that? How pretty is that card, right? And this is walking away. And I'm going to read this real quick because I just like to keep you all forever. You guys know me. I believe in education. And so, oh, by the way, my tarot class is coming up. Tarot class is coming up November 18th. No, yeah, November 18th. And TracyBrownLive.com. Okay, November 18th. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups means goodbye. This card means literally goodbye. All right, coupled with the Justice Department kicking him out and the military and him like not knowing what to do. And so where he would know where if it was a different card, it would be like something with more big red, like he gets to stay. Nope, he doesn't. Okay, Eight of Cups, a change of heart, saying goodbye, moving on, leaving, walking away. Arrivederci. Hear the sirens? You see, there's no accidents. A turning point, withdrawing, disappointment, leaving the past behind, breaking away from dependent emotional ties. That's the Republicans kind of going, dude, we had to. It's not that we wanted to, we had to. Turning your back on a difficult situation, again, that's the Republicans. Rejection of his lifestyle and directing energies to something new. Whew. Saranara. So they're saying in 1 month, in 1 month's time. So what's today's date? 1 month's time. 1 month's time would be November 8th, November 9th, right? So I'm going to say anytime 3 weeks after the election is what I'm going to say. This is a time of like executing this because old involvement simply will not work out. Someone is departing. Someone is leaving an unsatisfactory situation behind. But he will not go nicely. He will be military cooped out. I'm telling you, I think I did a video on a coop too. Let me show you guys something. Because since y'all don't believe me, I'm pretty sure I did a video on a coop. Is that how you pronounce it? Cool? Cool, right? Not a coop, right? A cool. Oh, the ignorance is real. Cool. Tracy Brown Live. I don't know if I said it in videos. Yeah, see now this isn't showing up. Darn it. I don't think I did one video on a cool because I don't think I wanted that out there as a video, especially with so many racist people. But I'm pretty sure I've said it over and over again that And if anybody finds it, let me know that there could or would be a coup. And beyond the coup, I will not look at what will happen to him. I think that whatever will happen to him is such a disgrace. It's a disgrace to the Trump name. It's a disgrace to his children. Like, who wants the last name Trump after this? Well, I mean, what I said and all the bits and pieces that come out, like everything in my psychic reading doesn't have to come true, right? So, but look at the bits and pieces that come true. I mean, I can only see what I could see in the future, but every day something could change that. And yet you still have to look at how close I've been to all of my predictions. Thank you, Bori. Bori's like, there's already a soft coup in the White House. Thank you. I think it's already happening. Thank you. I think they're slowly telling people, hey, stay home. Hmm. You don't come in tomorrow. Work from home. Hmm. I think they're already starting it. So I think what I'll play is I'll play two things. I'll play the Ghost of the White House, and then I'll play the one about the COVID. That's a good one to play too. Yeah. Teresa goes, that timeline makes sense. 11/3 is election day. Winner will not be announced immediately, or the winner will not be finalized until January. Let's be clear about that. When finally announced, he will lose it, and that's it. Hmm. If ever I have a feeling of sympathy for him or his family, if ever I have a feeling of sympathy for him or his family, I transfer those feelings of sympathy to the children in cages at the border. That's very profound, Bori. And I want to thank you and appreciate you for saying something like that. Because as Americans, we forgot to fight for the kids at the border as Americans. And we have to do better after this. I will not accept immigrant immigrants like this ever again. And what you guys didn't know, you guys don't know me, but I used to work at the courthouse to make sure judges would not treat immigrant families unfairly. I was a watch crew sitting in the courthouse. And I have to tell you, the judges really respected our presence. Like, you guys don't know, I've really stuck my foot out for others. I fed the homeless. Like, you guys don't know. Like, the only reason I'm not feeding the homeless right now, because my church still does it, is because I'm older. And I don't think as an older woman, I should be at the forefront of all the COVID cases. But prior to the COVID, I've always volunteered for the courthouse for immigrant children before the cages. Yeah. Yeah, Bori. Thank you for that. Bori says she transfers all her sympathy to those children at the cages. And the first thing we need to do, guys, is release them. The second thing we need to do is find their parents. God, God. Ugh. All right. I'm sorry. That, Bori, as you see, I'm very sensitive to that. Very sensitive. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Breathe, Tracy. Breathe. Breathe. All will get corrected, children. All right. Whew. All right, guys. Thank you so much for putting up with me. Oh, wait. Oh, We still ain't done. All right, hold on, guys. Just push these cards aside. Thank you for trusting me. Please, if you want a personal reading with me, please contact me at tracybrownlive.com. Please get your Chango herbs and oils to protect the protesters. I also have Oshun for love. So if you want to order the Shun, it's fine. What else? I think that's it. Oh, wait. All right. Upside down, Prince. Upside down, Prince. Oh, let me just do this. Upside down, Prince. Shadow Prince can manifest. Wait, it's just using power for self aggrandizement. Aggrandizement. Shadow Prince can manifest as a man with great feelings of entitlement, who uses his position and power purely to advance his own interests without regard for the needs of others. Upside down Prince is shadow, the shadow side, and it manifests as a person with great feelings of entitlement who uses his position and power purely to advance his own interests without regards for the needs of others. SCOTUS. Thank you. SCOTUS. Thank you. When Dog Day Afternoon, watch that movie. Oh, I like your Brianna picture, by the way, always glowed up. Such a beautiful picture. Do these cards never lie? Have I proven it to you guys over and over again, right? Have I proven it to you? I pull them, they're random. Do I need to prove to any of you guys how good I am? That spirit talks through me? Is you think it's a joke? No. That's why you should get your readings with me. I don't joke around. I put where's my thing? I put my foot in my macaroni and cheese, right? Didn't I just tell you that? You ain't gotta believe me. I put my foot in my macaroni and cheese. I put my foot in my herbs. I put my foot in beauty. How pretty is that? You can't get mad at that. That is gorgeous. Do you guys like that? I love it. Do you guys like it? Let me see if we get. How pretty is that? How pretty is that? I put my foot in everything I do. Not one foot, not a pinky toe. I stomp on it. You know why? Because I believe if you're going to do a job, do it well. I asked God if I could do this for a living. I asked God. I don't mess with God. No, 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 no. No. I asked. I said, God, could I talk to people by way of tarot cards? You know what God said to me? Be responsible. And I was like, okay. And then I said, you know, God, I will always call out your name. I will let people know that they cannot give me credit, although I know you guys try to do it every day. But I will always push back and I will always say, the gift runs through me. I love you all. Whoever ordered yesterday, they're going out today. So any more orders need to come through, they're going out today. I love you all. I thank you for putting up with me. 111. I'm going to end this at 111. We love those numbers in the book club. Don't forget the tarot class. Then you get to join the book club. Bye, guys. End it. End it. End it. End it. How? There you go. I love you. Yes.